Hey, Will Rise. My name is Krithi, and I'm a sophomore running to be your next treasurer. One thing I really want to continue to stress this year is accessibility and transparency. This year, Jackson and Ellen have done a great job in both of these areas. The Magister Accessibility Fund usage tripled this year, and we have now recently standardized that 3 to 5% of the college yearly budget be allocated to benefit students unable to participate due to financial burdens. This year, it was around 2% of our budget, and now it's 3 to 5%. So because we have allotted more money to the fund, I want to make sure that the Magister's Fund is stressed to everyone, that it's available and it can be used. I also want people to also be aware of the Diet Discretionary Fund, where you can request money from Diet, and then the Treasurer Idea Fund, where treasurers have money to directly fund any project. Whether you need subsidizing for merch, need money to attend college events or off-campus events, or you want to throw your own event, whatever it is, I want to make sure people know about these funds and what they can use them for, so money doesn't stop them from fulfilling their college experiences. I love these changes that the treasurers this year made with the Accessibility Fund, and also shout out to the super organized spreadsheet that made it really accessible to see who was spending what in every committee and organization, which helped increase transparency. But I also have some suggestions that I hope to implement this next year. I'd like to implement maybe like a monthly or bi-weekly feedback or suggestion form for y'all to fill out, so we can create an approachable environment so you're comfortable coming up to us, and so we can gauge what kind of initiatives you want to partake in. This year we started sending feedback forms where once an idea was presented at Diet, a Phoenix Mill will be sent out to gauge interest in the initiative, and then that feedback data was included in the next Diet, and it was taken into account for voting. So this environment helps create a community where more people are wanting to participate in the college. And also this past year, when we got an extra $1.2 thousand in our budget, unexpectedly, the treasurers allowed committees to propose ideas so they could allocate the extra money accordingly. If we could host more study breaks and office hours, you could ask questions or talk to us about your ideas. This would help increase participation in the college. Because we want to stress that you don't need to have a position on DC to participate or make changes in Wilderness. You can pitch your ideas, and we're more than happy to help you out with them. And I think more reallocations or budget slushes would be very useful to ensure that all the money is being used effectively. Sometimes money in a committee isn't fully used, and so if we have a budget slush, we can allocate it to another committee that may need it more, so that we can effectively use our total annual budget and ensure we get the most out of it. And so, why am I qualified for this position? While I've never been in a position like treasurer for Lower Rice, I do have experience with budgeting and allocation. I worked on treasurer-related activities through SAS by raising money and selling the MACA tickets to Lower Rice for the past 2 years. I'm also on the fundraising committee for RIAS, and I've helped organize boba sales for medical humanities, RPMS, and RIAS. I'm also involved as a member of Traditions Committee this year and Events Committee last year, so I understand how the P card works, how to budget allotted funds, and how the money is organized in Lower Rice. And so I hope this next year we continue to have these great initiatives and keep them going and create an open environment to keep changing. Thank you so much for listening, and I would be honored to be your Lower Rice College Treasurer. Are there any questions?
When can you start?
I can start right now.